Welcome to my next dividend update. Here's just a glimpse of the most recent dividends that I've received. I think leaving off of from the last video, the last dividends that were here were from Emera on February 15th. Since then, I received a small monthly dividend from Canadian Net REIT, so I get that every month. And then I also received my first dividend from Bank of Montreal of $17.16. Both of those were from my tax-free savings account. I just initiated a position in Bank of Montreal in my tax-free savings account for the first time at the beginning of this year in January. Also, I received dividends from Fortis, so again, one in my TFSA, one in my personal account, and then $103.84 from Enbridge, $4.54 from Metro, and $12.77 from Savaria. So again, that's another monthly payer. This information is also I put in this chart here. So this shows those same amounts just in a chart that's sorted by month and by company. So you can see that my total so far for March is $204.78. My final tally for February was $206.44. Furthermore, I have, this is a summary of all the years previously as well as 2023. So you can see even February I did increase from last year. There have been some modifications that I've made as well as modifications that companies have made. So, for example, Pembina Pipeline, they have switched to a quarterly dividend payment as opposed to the usual monthly payment. So that will change some of these results as well and make it a little bit more difficult to compare them from one year to the next. Recently, in the last video, I think my annual estimated dividend income was 6,200 and something. It's now up over 6,300, and the reason for that is recently I've done a few transactions. So in the past week, I added some more Canadian banks as they've been taking a hit. As you all know, there's the financial crisis of the collapse of the big bank in the United States has created some really good buying opportunities, in my opinion. So I added 2 more shares of Bank of Montreal, 1, 2, 3, 6 shares of Bank of Nova Scotia since I last made an update. A couple more shares of Aecon. They've recently recovered a little bit more since I bought 2 shares on February 28th at $10.17. And then I also bought 2 more shares of TD. So that's it for this update. Let me know what you guys have been buying, if anything, in the comments below. Have a great weekend.